Alright, everybody, welcome back. So, today, I think I'm going to try to finish up the well here, or at least get it into a bit more of a complete state. I don't know if I'm going to finish it today, but I also want to get a farm started as well. So I want to get some crops growing again, because I'm going to be in trouble if I don't do that pretty soon here. My food stores aren't going to last me forever, and I want to get it going before the seasons change, and I think the season change is coming soon. So I also thought it might be kind of fun to take a look at my character stats. I do have the Seraph Skills mod downloaded, so we're getting 36% melee damage, 15% armor durability, walk speed penalty reduction. That, I think, is just from the Blackguard class. Same thing with Hardy. These are all from the Blackguard class. And then I've got plus 24% hunger rate, which I believe the default... I know the default is lower than that, or is higher than that. So we're getting some reduction on that from the skills. As well as heavy-handed, we're getting some reduction on these from our skills as well. So this isn't default, but these are reduced. I don't know what their default values are, but and then we're also getting 14% walk speed, which is nice. Yeah, you can kind of see plus 0% cracked vessel drops, minus 9% loot from cracked vessels. This is offsetting it, so I think it would be plus 1% maybe. So yeah, that makes sense. And then we've also got plus 2% animal loot and harvesting speed, minus 3% animal detection range, plus 3% attack speed with one-handed swords and spears, and then minus 100% steady aim, and that's also from our default class. So yeah, we're getting a couple minor bonuses. The walk speed is what's the nicest, probably, is that extra walk speed. But anyways, so I do kind of want to just jump right into working on this well, but before I do that, I think I'm going to try to get a little bit of farming going. So I'm not going to make anything crazy, but I want to trap these chickens, at least a couple of them. And there should be some boars around here as well, and I want to trap those guys too. So also, if I could find some goat or sheep, I think I want to trap them too. So considering that, I'm going to make a couple fences here. Just a couple small fenced in areas where I can trap those guys in. Just as a temporary holding area to keep them until I want to do something more with them down the line. Eventually I'll probably build a proper barn in them, that kind of thing for them, but for now I just want to get a couple like holding pens for them so that I can have some animals, and those guys will provide me a good source of food, as well as giving me an opportunity to you know, harvest some meat and milk and that kind of thing, which is something that should happen soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and go adventuring and try to find, well, I'll start with these chickens. I'm gonna try to get these chickens, and then if I can manage to get them, then I'm gonna go and search for some pigs and some sheep or goats, sheep or goats, anything that could produce me milk. So anything that is not a chicken or a pig, basically. Okay, so this pen should be good enough just to keep the animals from running away. It's nice and open enough that I should be able to chase them in here. So let's go see if I can get those chickens. Okay, I see a hen there, but I'm gonna need at least one rooster. And I know there was a fox around here, so I'm a little worried that I can get this hen and not the rooster. Also, climbing mountains isn't great for finding chickens, because this is not Minecraft, and chickens are liable to kill themselves by throwing themselves off a mountain, so... okay, this tiny carcass tells me that a fox probably got at least one chicken somewhere. Oh, there's something up there. That looks like a boar. Yep, so we got a boar here. Oh, and we've got a couple boars actually. But I'd like... So there's a bear down there too. I'm not exactly going to be trying to make friends with a bear. I think there's another... I can't tell. Is that something down there? I can't really tell. Looks like it. Yeah, a couple more boars down there too, maybe. Well, let's see if I can get all 4 of these boars. I don't want to chase them down the mountain too quickly, because if I do, I'm likely to have them end up killing themselves. But okay, this one's attacking me, which is good. I'm gonna get this one to do the same. So the best way to do this is just to punch them, and then once they're chasing after you, then just run in the direction you want them to go. So they're usually pretty smart about doing what you want, but they can be kind of dumb sometimes. And it's kind of a pain to do them one by one, so... But I guess that's what I'm going to have to do here. But yeah, pigs will be great for red meat. That's pigs serve that purpose really well. They have really large litters, so that is to say they have a lot of children in one birthing cycle. So now I'm gonna just have to close this up. Okay. They'll do that sometimes. They'll realize what you're trying to do and they'll escape out of there. But oh. Yeah, so the one problem is that sometimes they do just run from you. They won't come after you. They'll just run away when you hit them. So you got to be kind of careful, because it's really annoying to herd them in when they're running away from you. Okay, we've got a boar now. The chickens are a challenge because they will just run away. Best bet for chickens is just making reed basket traps and trying to trap them that way. But alternatively, you can just chase them in. They're pretty dumb. Alright, let's see if I can't go get another boar. Okay, everyone. So I got a breeding pair. There's another boar over there. I'm gonna go and try and get, but right now these guys are really messing me up health-wise. So I'm gonna make some of those poultices, and then I will go and try to get more. I'm gonna start killing all of the males. So a little tip for when it comes to animal husbandry, you need 1 male only, always. 1 male is plenty. You can keep a couple just in case, and I would recommend keeping a couple. But for your first pair, your first couple animals that you're trying to domesticate, keep 1 male and just kill the rest and harvest them for food. There's a generation system in this game, and that generation system functions exclusively off of the generation of the female parent. So the mom is the only one that matters, and animals become fairly docile after generation 3. So if you want to really speed run your generations, you don't want to have a lot of males. You want to cull your females pretty quickly. Now, I wouldn't recommend this for animals that have long gestation periods. So if you're doing like sheep, any kind of sheep or goat, don't just kill the mother immediately. Wait until you've got like 4 females and then start culling the generations so that they're... Once you get past generation 3 too, it really doesn't matter. They're pretty docile, and you can kill them in 1 click with the cleaver, so That's all that really matters in that one. But anyways, I'm gonna go get some horsetail here from the nearest forest, which is gonna be down here, or actually down there. So I'm gonna do that quick. Okay, guys. So I found a rooster. I'm going to try to coerce it back to my base without it jumping off a cliff or running into a bear that's over here. Go ahead and break that. Get in there. There we go. Okay, everybody. So we've got a breeding pair of both boars and so pigs and chickens. I got a breeding pair of each. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't find goats somewhere, because I would like to be able to make milk, but I haven't seen any nearby. I think there maybe is some down the coast here, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't find some of those, and then we'll be back once I either do or don't. Everybody, so welcome back. That was probably quite the time lapse, if it was. And if it wasn't, well, that don't surprise me. That was a lot that was happening there, so I don't know how much of that is going to end up making it to the end product, but as it stands, I've got a lot of leather here that's done, so I'm just kind of shifting it around where it needs to go. And, well, not a lot of leather. I've got a lot of, I'm really getting up there on the hide processing now. So a lot of this stuff is kind of making its way through the system here. And by the system, of course, I mean the barrels, which is probably a little dark, so I'll still keep the torch out. The barrels are keeping the leather going, so that I should start to see my first leather pretty soon here. Now, as for the animals, I've got a bit of cruel irony to report. So, overall, things went pretty well. Now, that would lead one to question, what about it then that did not go well? And the answer to that question is, so we've got 2 sows and a boar, which is good. So they'll produce me a lot of nice red meat. In fact, I think I'm going to feed them. Flax grain ain't really great for cooking, and I don't think I'll be selling much of it right now. So I'm going to feed these guys. And I'm going to feed the chickens too. We've got 1 hen and 1 rooster. That's okay. I saw another hen up there somewhere, but I lost track of it and I can't find it anymore. So I'll feed them too. Now, you might be curious as to why I ain't going to feed the goats. Well, you might be surprised to believe I found probably 7 goats 7. Probably found about 7 of them. And not a single one of them was female. Or not a single one of them was male. So I got 5 ewes sitting in there, and I couldn't be bothered to go get the rest because I know they ain't gonna. I can't find a proper ram to breed them with. So them are just gonna have to relax in there for a while. But yeah, so that's a bit unfortunate. But food-wise, we're doing real good now. I don't need this torch no more neither. Food-wise, we're doing real good now. We got a ton of food, and we got a ton of stable food source production on the way, excluding... Oh, there's another rooster right there. Well, like I said, we only need 1 rooster, so this guy's going to just have to get out of here. The roosters will kill each other. Oh, and there's that other hen. Yeah, so the food does attract them. Like, they will be attracted by food in troughs, even if they're not, like, in the pens. So even if they can't get at it, they will try. But there we go. So now we got 2 hens and a rooster. So that's good. But yeah, we got 5 ewes, and they don't like me very much. We got 5 of them, and they don't want... I'll feed them a little bit. I'm not gonna feed them a ton. But yeah, so now my priority is I need to make a hoe, and I need to get some farming going because, well, I'm probably running out of food here outside of the meat. The food stores, let's take a look. Okay, we got a lot of grain actually yet. So we ain't doing too bad, but that won't be permanent. Eventually, I'm gonna start running out. So I need to continue to get my food supplies going, and this is gonna start to rot, and that's okay. Honestly, I don't mind. Bush meat ain't great, but so let's get a farm going here. And I wanted that bucket. I need my bucket. I don't know where I'm leaving that thing. Oh, I'm leaving it in the well. Might need to make another bucket. Also, I did turn off the, so I can pick up water and then replace it and make sources. Well, it's a little hard. Can't really show it. Okay, so it looks like I forgot to save the setting, but I now should be able to go ahead and, yeah, there we go. So I can make water source blocks. Now, I'm not going to use this for farming or anything like that. I'm just going to use this to clean up some of the flowing water around the edges here that shouldn't be there. There we go. Looks a lot nicer now, doesn't it? Yeah, don't like that it does that, so I'm going to just try to clean some of that up. But yeah, I'm not going to use this for farming or anything. It would kind of defeat the point of the aqueducts. So I won't be doing that. But, so yeah, that's how I'll be using it. So don't worry, I'm not going to be cheating with it or nothing. And once I've finished building in the water too, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back off. But for now, I'm going to keep it on to make my life a little easier. But so let's get some farming going. And I need that bucket to move around some of these barrels. I probably should have used that to move these barrels before I put stuff back into them, but that's okay. I just want to get some of these barrels out of the way because I know I'm a little farther away now, but I want to move the barrel farm a little bit away from the shore so that I can kind of get them out of the way of the dock here, but also so that I can improve this area. I think I'm just gonna take aqueducts and pull water out from here. So let's make a couple aqueducts and kind of see what those are like. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So I'm just cooking up a little bit of more bronze here. I need to make a hoe so that I can get started on this farm. That's going to be kind of my first goal here, is making a farm. So I've been playing around with the aqueducts a little bit, and they aren't super fancy, but I need to test and see like how the soil will take the water. So I need to see if I need to make sure that basically I just need to check and see how soil moisture is affected by the aqueducts, because if we don't get any soil moisture, well, we're kind of in trouble with aqueducts. So I just need to do that and see how it works, and then once I know how it works, then we'll kind of decide how I want to make a farm. Now I'm thinking that, well, hang on, let me make this bronze and then do my testing, and then I'll come back with this and see kind of what I'm thinking. Okay everyone, so I went ahead and I made another shovel, and I also made a hoe. So now I'm gonna this is low fertility soil, and that's fine. I just want to test, I've got a bunch of medium fertility. I'm gonna replace all the low fertility in this area. I just want to test and see how the aqueducts affect soil fertility. So in this game, okay, I guess I can't till forest floor. That's weird. In this game, 100%. Oh, it's raining, so I won't be able to. Ha! Okay, guys, I'm gonna pause recording quick and go test in creative to see how it works, so that I can make sure that my farm will be okay even when it is raining. So I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, so I thought I'd take a minute while I'm in this creative world to kind of explain soil moisture and how the aqueducts work a little bit. So basically, the way soil moisture works is that you're going to start at 100% in the water block. So this is your 100% moisture. And then every block you go away from there, you're going to lose 25% moisture. So here I'm at 75, and this is the max you can get. And then here I'm at 50, 25, 0, right? So, and this is in a square. So if I'm going, even if I'm going diagonally, 75, 50, 25, 0, right? So, so in order to maximize your moisture, you're going to want one source block on the same level, surrounded by eight farmlands, basically. And then you want to keep this pattern going, so one here, one here, one here, one here, and so on, right? And then something to keep note of is that the water only provides moisture on its level, on the same Y level. So you can see here, this water that's above and below, it's not providing any fertility to the soil. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, what this means is that when using aqueducts, so this is easy to do when you have that able to move source blocks, create source blocks, new water source blocks with a bucket. This is easy to do when you can do that. Now, in my case, I want to use the aqueducts, so I'm choosing not to do that. And so here we would have our source block that is theoretically however far away from what we're trying to fertilize or moisten. And then this is kind of what I've come up with as the best way to move the water to where it needs to go. So you've got a straight channel here being plugged, and then another straight channel here being plugged. I mean, theoretically, you would line your source up and you wouldn't need this here. But so just a straight channel going down all the way here, and then same thing here. This is a straight channel going all the way down here. Now, I've added these enclosed sections to give a better idea of the direction of flow. So it shows a little more clearly what direction you need these aqueducts to be facing in. But so this just long straight sections. And then on the edges, water raining down. Because even though this isn't a source block, you'll see it is still going to provide the fertility, the moisture, right? It is still providing that moisture that it needs. So that's good. And then you can kind of just keep this pattern going for however long you need and however wide you need as well. You can use this little cross here. So this is a straight, and then these two go straight, and then off of this one, and then same thing off of this one right here. Now, something to keep in mind when using these aqueducts. So here's the source of my water. This is a straight section all the way down up until here. This section is placed sideways, which you'll see. This actually means the water was already flowing, which is why it was still there. But so this is placed straight all the way up to here. And then you'll see this one is turned sideways. So what's happened is technically the water is flowing in this direction, which means it's not going to branch off on this side of this, but it will go on both ways. So you could have this one here, you could not, it doesn't matter, the water won't flow. But here, right, this is a straight section, and then these two are being pulled off. So this one will go through. So basically, I guess the short way to explain this is just make sure that these posts, these posts that go in on the flow are splitting off while the main line continues to go in this direction. So you don't want your posts, so if I want my main line to be going this way, I don't want my posts to be interrupting that main line. I want my posts to be going on the opposite side of that main line, and then water be pulled off of that. So that's just a quick introduction to the aqueducts mod, as well as how soil moisture works. Now, probably what I'm just going to end up doing in our area of the world is just something like this. Whoops. I'm just going to do like this. And then, because these aqueducts do actually provide, enclosed or not, they do provide fertility as if they were source blocks of water. So probably I will just do that. Like if you'll see here, this is 75. And if I go, you know, that's 50. If I was to put one here though, you'll see this is 75. This is 100. Huh. Well, I think actually if you have aqueducts pouring directly into a soil block, it will provide 100 moisture. But that's kind of, I mean, it's a little ridiculous. You're never gonna, you know, your best option is to do something like this, because you'd have a really hard time supplying a field like this with complete moisture. But yeah, so that's just something to keep in mind. You're usually going to be getting 75% moisture anyways. So yeah, just a little intro there for how that works. So I'm going to jump back into the world now, and now that I know kind of how this works, I will start the building. Okay everybody, so we're back in our world now after a quick restart. Turns out that I had loaded some chunks. I think there's an issue with the terrain generation mod that I have installed that causes some issues and causes some pretty bad freezing, and so things were kind of going crazy. But a quick restart and we're okay. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hop right into building this farm, and we'll see you guys when. Well, we'll see you guys when it's in a state where I'm happy with what it's looking like. I'm not exactly sure what my vision is yet, but I'm gonna do my best to kind of make it happen. So. Okay, so welcome back everyone. Turns out it's temporal storm time, and I am really not in the spot for this. I heard the warning and I was like, who cares? I should not have been like, who cares? So I'm gonna just kind of sit out on the dock here, and hopefully nothing too nasty comes to bother me. Okay. Yeah, so that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Oh my god. We are gonna go take shelter in the farmer's hut. There is literally enemies spawning on top of me. I need to get in here and hide. Oh no. Ah! Okay. Thank God for this guy. We're gonna hang out here till the end of the storm. Alright everybody, so we're back. The temporal storm is over. Although I'm still being accosted by some of the creatures, so I'm gonna have to chill out here for a little longer to wait for them to go away. Which he is going away now, it looks like. So, yeah. That's another storm survived. And it's daytime now, which is nice. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just get right back into the building. Alright, so I have severely underestimated the number of seeds that I have. So this is kind of where we're at now. And it looks good so far. I'm liking it. I need to move these barrels out of the way as soon as they're done, but and then I'll get this extra. But I think I'm gonna extend this inland like 10 blocks each, probably. And I'm gonna go, I've gone 3 on each side, I'm gonna go 4. And then see how that goes. Alright guys, you might have seen that, but I am getting accosted by the local enemies. So, I'm gonna make a quick retreat. We're on very high rift activity, so I'm gonna make a little run back to the old house, and I'm gonna hit a quick sleep over there because the open air of my current location is not quite suitable to my survival right now. And sleeping usually takes the edge off when it comes to getting the monsters to leave you alone for a while. So I'm gonna head over there for a while. Or, well, not for a while, but just run over there. Actually, I could probably run back now that everything's despawned. Alright, I'll see you guys back once, once I finish building now. So I broke my chisel here, so I need to replace it. And seeing that, I also need to replace my wooden tongs, so I think I'm going to make some brass tongs as well. Outside of that, while I wait for this to heat up, I might as well show the progress in a non-time-lapsed fashion. So this is what I've got. Not super impressive so far, admittedly. There's a lot more I want to do to this. For now, it's basically just some farmland. And then these I'm going to move is like right now, actually. I'm gonna get them out of the way so that I can finish that up. But and then the well, I've been working a little bit on the bridge to the well, but not much progress really has been made there. So, yeah, it's going well though. I'm liking the way things are going. To be honest, I do like the way things are going. I think that things are looking good so far. Definitely could be looking better. They're looking very plain right now, like very. I don't want to say boring because I feel like that's a little mean, but they are looking pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty much just flatland plus a little bit of extra whoop-de-doo, right? So definitely still needing some work, but overall going well. And I'm gonna need a lot more strong tannin, I think. So anyway, let's forge this stuff and then I'll hit you guys when that's done. And in fact, my tongs broke immediately, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some tongs first. Okay, new chisel acquired. Got a lot of seeds still that I haven't been able to plant. Like a lot of seeds. That first harvest I did gave me a lot of them, so. Anyways, so now that I've got my chisel, I'd love to get back to the building, but unfortunately, if I take a look at my copper chest here, we've got about one more ingot of bronze that I can make before I'm completely out of copper. So I think it's time to go ahead and start getting more of that copper in that node that I found. And I should have a bronze prospecting pick. There we go. I also want to make a couple more chests, and there's really no point in making nails that are a higher quality than copper, so I want to do that too. So I'm going to go ahead and take some water from the well here, and then I'm going to go on over to the copper mine and get some of that. But the well is working fantastically, by the way. We've got 124 liters of well water, and I'm pretty sure one block is 70 liters. So the most we can do is 10. So we'll never actually we'll eventually actually be filling the well up to the top, and it probably wouldn't hurt to extend it down by just like 2 or 3 more blocks, just for the fun of it. But that's a later issue. For now, I just want to go get this copper. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, guys. So I ended up getting a little distracted here by a boar. I found this sow while I was on the way to the copper mine, and look what just happened. A lightning strike just killed one of my chickens. I've never had that happen before. What the hell? So apparently it also wouldn't hurt to make a lightning rod while we're here, because apparently the lightning, it struck like right here and it killed one of my chickens in this pen over here. So that's crazy. So apparently it's not going to be a bad idea to get some more copper to make a lightning rod as well, because wow, I'm lucky that didn't kill the rooster, because if it killed the rooster I would be in trouble. Well, actually, there's some eggs here that the hens should brood. So, if it did kill the rooster, it probably wouldn't have been too big of a deal. But still, wow, I'm really surprised by that, honestly. So, Um, yeah, I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more copper for that as well. So, anyways, I'll get back with you guys once we're actually mining the copper, or once I've got the copper. And I'm back at base, whichever happens, whichever I feel like is better. So, anyways, all right, everybody. So we're being attacked by a bear now too, and I need to pull it into some more favorable terrain for me here, which this should be good. Have at you. Okay. Okay, this thing might kill me. Ah! Never mind. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Just so many distractions on the way to this. On the way to this copper. It's really surprising, honestly, how many things are getting in the way of me just trying to go get this copper. Anyways, we're here now, at least. So let's get down in there. Okay, guys. So I'm in a bit of trouble right now. I think I spent a little too long in the mines, and oh, I'm in danger. Oh, don't kill me. Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit right now. Got a little too lost in the sauce there, in the mines, and I am hurting very badly. But okay, I think that thing left me alone. I need to find my horsetail and my. Here we go. Alright, I'm just gonna heal myself up a little here. Okay, we're out of the danger zone now. It was a little rough there, but I'm okay now. That was yeah, that was a little interesting. So things didn't quite go amazingly there for me. I ran out of food really quickly, and then after I ran out of food, I pretty much instantly. Okay, I'm out of horsetail now. After I ran out of food, I realized that I didn't actually put any water in my. I didn't put any water in my jug, so I didn't have any food or water. So that bear that I killed kind of helped me out there, but yeah, wasn't exactly prepared for that one. That's okay though. I'm back at base, and now we have food and yeah. I grabbed the empty. I put down the empty. I put down the full water jug with the well water in it, and I grabbed the empty one. So that was very smart of me, of course. I'm gonna go back to the mines and get more stuff because why not? But for now, I did need to make a pit stop back here to gather my bearings and make sure that I'm not going to just die. That drifter hit me down to probably about like 0.1 HP, So, yeah. Gotta, and there's some things I should probably take care of here as well, so I'm gonna hit a quick sleep, and then we'll head back to the mines. Alright. Nice brand new day. The crops are all still getting watered because it has been raining non-stop, which, trust me, that is fully intentional. That is exactly what I want, exactly what I'm hoping for. So now, while I was away, and I think actually I'm gonna make the decision to just hijack this storage vessel really quick, because I need to store some things. I am running out of space. I just wanted a somewhere to make a little more room for me to put some things away while I was home, because inventory space is a little rough right now. Just stack up some bricks and go ahead and put this rawhide. Oh, I don't need this torch right now. I gotta remind myself that holding that torch out increases my hunger. I don't need weak tannin. Oh, come on, tell me that's gonna be enough. Okay. So it looks like I'm gonna need some more diluted borax, which is fine. These things sure fill up with rainwater quickly. Thankfully, though, I can use the rainwater like it's normal water. Now I have a lot of prepared hides here, so I should probably make some more strong tannin. Yeah, I should. I should make more of all of them, so I'm gonna do that quickly. And more weak tannin as well. Well, that's kind of par for the course, isn't it? I'll have to go get more oak before I want to go do more building too. I wonder if I dump this out, is it going to turn into like a source of water? No. I think if I dump out rainwater, it'll just go away. Yeah, okay. I've got to fill this with normal water because I don't have enough rainwater to, there we go. Now I can turn it into normal. Weak tannin. Get some more of that going. Because, yeah. I'm gonna have more hide on the way, so. Anyway. This barrel is gonna be for composting, and composting takes 20 days. So I need to make sure I put that somewhere where it's not gonna get in the way. Oh, I forgot to let the other sow in here. Okay. Oh no. Not quite what I wanted there. Come on. There we go. I didn't exactly want to separate the male from the females. That would kind of defeat the point of of having pigs. They're not going to breed. Which some of them probably should be pregnant by now. Yep. It only flashed on screen for a second there, but I did see it. Some of them are pregnant. Or at least one of them is, which is good. Now, alright, that actually ended in me emptying out my inventory pretty well. So, we'll go ahead and take some of this with me, and I'll be on my way. Alright, I will be back once I've finished mining to my heart's content. Hey everyone. So we're down in the mines, and something fascinating just happened. I've just been digging this copper ore, and funny enough, I actually just found bismuth. Just kind of hanging out down here, so I guess I'll grab some of this too. I mean, why not? Sure. I can. We could make bismuth bronze with this. We probably won't. There's no point, really, if we can make tin bronze. But we are actually running out of tin, so... And I'm not sure when exactly I will be able to get more. Because I think I might have mined out that one node that we found completely. And even if I didn't, it's pretty far away. Okay, there actually really wasn't that much of it here. I wonder if there's more nearby. But that tin node is pretty far away, and I think it was pretty small, so we might have all of it already. Oh no, there's not much. So I guess it wouldn't be bad to have a backup just in case. Oh, yep, there's some more. But yeah, so we've found a lot of stuff down here. This cave, this hole has been probably one of the most productive that I've dug. But anyways, I'll be back once we're done down here, which is going to be soon because there's 15 durability left on my pickaxe. So I'll be done when we're, I'll hit you guys again once we're back at base. All right, everyone. So at the cost of my tin bronze pickaxe, because it did in fact break, we're looking pretty good. So we had all this before, all this copper and tin and all these things in this coal, but we got just about a stack and a half, just under a stack and a half of black coal, and then we also have 3 stacks of medium copper, or well, 2 stacks of medium copper, medium quality copper, so 20 units each, so each of these will give me 4 nuggets. And then we also have another 2 stacks of 25 units, so this will give me 5 nuggets, which means that each one of these here is a 1/5 of an ingot, and each one of these here is a 1/4 of an ingot. So we got a lot of ingots, to put it, succinctly. We also got some fire clay and some black coal, which is nice. So I think, oh, and some bismuth too that I found while I was just hanging out down there. So I think to celebrate, in a sense, it is time to make some ingots and a couple other things. Now I'm pretty much in dire need of basically all the tools that I could want. So I need another axe. Actually, I don't need another hammer, but I need another pickaxe. And I will need another shovel. And then prospecting pick and hammer are the 2 things that I don't really need. So yeah. Oh, we also got this fire clay. The fire clay naturally spawns underneath black coal in certain areas. Or in certain like sediments. So that's why we've got some of that too. Now, anyways, let me get some of this smelted and smithed up, and then I will return once that's done. Okay, everyone, actually, brief intermission. Before we get too deep into the smithing, our leather is done. Or the first of our leather, I should say, is done. Well, more like the second. But point being, we've got some more leather now. Which means I am officially ready to, where in the world? Here we go. Finish up this little area and get these moved out of there. So I'm going to do that quickly too before I begin smelting. But when I return, I promise this time for real, I will actually be done with that. Okay, everybody, so the playing around with the leather is done, and I've got this tin cooking, so that'll be done soon too, which means I can put all this back in there. Next up, I'm going to cook more of the bronze. I've got 20 ingots being prepared, which is a little over what I have the capacity for, because I've only got 7 molds here. But that's okay. Yeah, this is maybe a little overkill, but oh well. But now I want to finally go ahead and make some. There we go. 3 more backpacks. So now I should be able to just kind of throw that down there. Throw all those out. Put these boys on. And there we go. So I've now officially finally got 24 inventory slots. Very good use of leather, if you ask me. And another good use of leather, I believe, yeah, I need to start making some armor, because holy cow, I'm getting, you know, I'm getting my ass kicked by these monsters, so a little bit of armor is probably going to go a long way for me. And this leather leg jerkin is basically the very first armor that I can make that's not just, well, you know, putting like some wood around my chest. So go ahead and make some of that too. But yeah, alright, now this time I swear for real I will be back once the once the smithing is at least underway. Oh man, that took forever. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. The tin bronze is finally done. Wow, that took a while. Now, like I said, I've got a lot more of it than I can actually pour out right now, but I can get all the things that I want, so that's cool. Get a whole new set of tools for myself, which will be, whoa, super useful. And then I think I'm still gonna have, what, 13 ingots left in here? 10. 10? I made 2,000. 6 ingots. Oh wait, I made, yeah, okay. So, that makes sense. So we'll probably just kind of keep this on here for a little bit and let it stay at that temperature. Try to avoid it getting super down low on the temp so that I don't have to use that much coal to heat it back up, because that was a lot of, actually it wasn't too bad. I think it was only like 9 brown coal that I had to use to get it up to temp, which is kind of crazy. And then after I've made this bronze, I'm also going to go ahead and make probably all of this here. Let me see how many ingots this would be. 128 times 5. So I've got 2 stacks. Oh, divided by 20. So 12 ingots right there of copper. Yeah, that's probably a good amount to have. So I'll go ahead and make all that into copper as well. And then I will be able to expand my storage a little bit. And I think I might take a short detour from building the bay, or building this well, and try to realign with building a proper house for myself, because it's looking pretty... I've been basically living out in the streets like a bum, and I think I should change that. Because kind of, I mean, it's just, is there really a point if you don't have anywhere you can, any house to put a bed in? I mean, I've been sleeping out on the dock, you know, so, but I would like to re-show off this area. It needs some work still. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about this specifically, but it is getting closer to being complete, so that's cool. And the farm, I should have about, like, I don't know, 4 stacks of seeds worth of farmland here. Because each one of these is about 32. So actually, yeah. So I should have about 4 stacks of seeds worth of farmland here. And I can expand, and I might, in fact, expand. The question is in which direction, and I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking that I want to do like a wall here to this mountain. Like, I feel like that kind of makes sense. So at some point I think I want to put a wall in this area. And then I would like to As for this area, I'm kind of like not sure, because it's like, I don't know, I could go like really big, but one thing I've learned in playing this game is that going big is kind of your enemy. You don't want to go too big, because then you've got to fill all that space, and it's just kind of hard to figure out what you're going to do with all of it. So you don't want to go too big, but you don't want to go too small either. So we'll see how things end up. But anyways, I've got a whole new set of tools here, so that's good. Whole new axe, a new pickaxe, another hammer. Oh, I did make a second hammer because I figured that by the time I was done forging, I'd need another one. Because I'm gonna make some plates and stuff like that too. So, and a new shovel too. And I'm probably gonna make another chisel because, like, why not, right? If I have the bronze, it kind of makes sense to just go ahead and make another one right away. So now the question is, what should I make? Like I said, I think I'm definitely going to make another chisel. Another saw is probably not a bad idea. I have a prospecting pick, so I don't really make another one of them. But I've got a whole new set. Oh, I do need another knife too. So these two, I think I'll do a saw and a knife. Okay, so we've got another 12 ingots of copper coming up too, so we should be pretty set on the ores for a while. I got another couple more ingots of bronze going in, and then I'll have 12 more ingots of copper. And the copper I'm going to turn into nails for crafting. Okay. So the molten copper is finally now molten. That took a while. I ended up running out to go grab some oak logs here and kind of forgot that I didn't put enough copper in there to keep it warm, so it ended up losing all its progress and I had to start over. So this time, I'm not going to make that mistake. As soon as this copper cools down enough to be taken out of the molds, I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and then put that, and then I'll make some stuff out of it. I'm going to make a bunch of nails, at least a couple nails so far. Now let's get back to making this tannin, and then it'll be building time. Yeah, I'm gonna need more strong tannin, so I think it's not a bad idea to just get a ton more of that. Alright, there we go. Now my copper should hopefully be hard. Yes. And I can get the rest of it poured out. There we go. And finally, now I would cool this copper immediately, but I don't want to do that quite yet because I want to make just a couple nails with it. Just so that I have a good amount of stuff, or a good amount of nails to work with when I actually build a house to move into. Okay, so I'm gonna just keep these. I don't have a use for them yet, so I'll just keep them in my inventory. I'm sure I'll find a use for them at some point. But now it's time to keep on building the dock and try to actually get this into a state that I'm pretty happy with. I kind of just reminded myself that I need to make, I do need to make a lightning rod, so that my chickens don't get murdered again. It looks like all my copper is done now too. So we've got a lot of copper and a lot of bronze for whenever I need it, thankfully. But yeah, I'm just gonna make these really quick and then I'll be back. Alright, lightning rod acquired, so we can just go ahead and slap that down right there to keep the lightning away from our chickens. Although actually the last time it was over there and it still killed them. So maybe we just, I don't know, put it like here. Hopefully that's good enough. But yeah, let's just jump right back into the building. This wolf just scared the hell out of me, which means I'm gonna eat it. So brief intermission here, guys. While I'm at it, I ran out of oak logs, so I'm out here going and getting some more. Brought my shears with me here, just to try to kind of break them, to be honest, and get more sticks. I've honestly probably got more sticks than I'll ever need at this point, but I really just want to break these shears, so that's kind of why I brought them out. But they are pretty sturdy actually, so anyways, yeah, just getting some more wood. I was attacked by a wolf. It scared me a little bit. I'll be back shortly. Everybody, so this is about all I got time for today. I was hoping to do a little more today and at least get this trim finished, but I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'll do a little quick tour of what I got. This is our farm area. I think I've showed this off like 3 times now. It's finally not raining anymore, so I can actually see during the day, which is nice. But we made a lot of progress today. It probably seems like we didn't make a ton of progress today. And building wise, definitely we did not. Not much has changed here with the well, but for sure we've made a lot of progress in the region of agriculture. We've got chickens, sheep, or well, these are sheep. Chickens, sheep, and pigs now as well. And I'm pretty sure they're all pregnant too. So we should eventually start to see some of the benefits of animal husbandry. The chickens, for instance. Yeah, this hen just really doesn't want to actually sit on that hen box, but so we should see some of the benefits of animal husbandry soon. So we've got crops in the ground because our food stores, if we take a look, oh, and I just broke a shovel, that's funny. Our food stores are struggling a little bit, so it's going to be pretty important that we get more food coming in soon. Now, we also made about a lot of progress in the area of ores. We've got a ton of extra tin, bronze, and copper stored up here for whenever we need it, which is great because we were running out of copper and bronze. So, plus we've also got a whole new set of tools to run through still too. So, yeah. And then building wise, not much has changed, but I've managed to at least get the barrels out of the way and add this little kind of, I don't know, arch here to spice it up a bit. I hope you guys can kind of see the vision. I honestly, I'm not totally sure what the vision is yet, if I'm being totally honest. So, but yeah, so far so good. I think I'm pretty happy with the progress that's being made. At some point, probably next episode, I'm gonna have to go ahead and go out to find some blue clay so we can actually finally put a roof on the well here. But yeah, so far I like it. It's looking good. It definitely needs more work though. It needs a lot of work still. But yeah, so a lot was achieved today. So I'm pretty happy with what happened with what I got done today. All right, with all that being said, everybody, once again, this one might be a bit shorter than the previous ones, but I promise you it's been about another 6 hours of recording here, so I'm actually a little worried I'm going to run out of space on my computer soon, so that's why I'm kind of trying to hurry this one up. But if you managed to make it this far, or maybe not that far, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more like this. As always, I will be doing weekly uploads. Every Sunday usually is when these come out, so if you guys are enjoying it, or at least moderately interested in it, feel free to subscribe. If you could interact with the video in any way you feel like, leaving a comment, liking, whatever, that kind of stuff, it would be appreciated. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.